Good afternoon. Here's the national news from BGI TV, Baba Magide Imo TV. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. Good afternoon. First are the major headlines for the national news. FG mulls nationwide ban on motorcycles mining activities. Aso cabals influencing Buhari's decision, ex-minister. DSS report warns against protests in Gige, tells NLC. Osun 2022, Demola Adeleke accuses Boyegawe Tola's administration of looting government's assets. Police launch manhunt for woman who set husband ablaze. Bandits killed 5 mobile policemen, 3 civilians in Katsina. And sports. Depleted Super Falcons ready for Zambia in the 3rd place match on the ongoing WAFCON tournament going on in Morocco. Now the news in detail. The National Security Council, NSC, yesterday revealed it was considering a nationwide ban on motorcycles and mining to cut off the sources for fund for terrorist attack. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami San, is Captain of the Interior and his Police Affairs counterpart, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola and Mohammed Dingyadi, respectively, briefed State House correspondent at the end of the meeting, presided over by the President, Muhammadu Buhari, at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, and said the meeting was focused on logistics used by terrorists. Malami said the logistics include motorcycles used by terrorists for movement, collection of ransom and mining, which provides them the money to fund their arms supply. He said the federal government was now looking to ways to inhibit their actions by blocking the sources already identified. Malami noted that terrorists had moved from the conventional ways of funding their activities to mining and ransom taking, adding that these had made it necessary for the government to act. The AGF said it was extensively deliberated upon as to what needs to be done for the purpose of ensuring that their means of logistics are indeed adequately considered and necessary steps are taken in disregarding the capacity to move around. An elder statesman and Second Republic Minister of Aviation, Chief Mbaziliki Amechi, has said cabals in Aso Rock are preventing the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, from making rightful decisions in the management of the country's affairs. Amechi said a series of letters he had written to Buhari on the state of affairs in the country, including that of Nnamdi Kanu, were not delivered to the President. The elder statesman stated these in his Ukpo country home in Nnewi South local government area of Anambra State on Tuesday. Amechi recalled that when he led a delegation of Igbo leaders and elders to Buhari and requested him to release Kanu to the Igbo's elders on political grounds, Buhari himself agreed and demanded that they should go and put the request in writing. He lamented that he was shocked and still remains shocked after that, writing the letters and sending it across to Buhari for his perusal and immediate action. Nothing that has been heard about it till date, while suggesting to him that the President may have been forced not to take action on the letters by the same cabals who had sworn that Kanu would not be released. He also recalled that shortly after Kanu's arrest, he wrote an application to pay a visit to Buhari, but the same cabal did not show him the application until somebody met Buhari in Paris, France, and asked him whether he saw the application. He said no. The federal government has appealed to Nigeria Labour Congress to cancel its planned protest over the prolonged strike of the Academic Staff Union of Universities and other university-based institutions union. Minister of Labour and Employment Chris Ngige made the appeal on Thursday at a meeting with the leadership of the NLC in his office. Also in attendance at the meeting were the Minister of State, Labour and Employment, Festus Keyamo, and the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Miss Katulom Dajo. Ngige, in a speech, updated the Labour leaders of efforts so far made by the federal government to resolve the in the university system. The NLC had on July 17th announced that it would stage a nationwide protest on July 26th and 27th to pressure the federal government to resolve the 5-month-long strike by ASU and other university-based unions. The Punch reports that ASU embarked on the industrial action on February 14 over what the union described as the failure of the government to address some of its demands. From the ASU strike, we'll go straight to another political story. The Osun State Governor-elect, Senator Ademola Adeleke, has warned Governor Gboyega Oyetola and his allies against diversion and looting of government assets and public properties. Adeleke alerted the general public to clandestine moves to convert public properties to private ownership and bankrupt state finances ahead of change of government. The governor-elect, in a statement by his spokesperson, Malam Olawale Rashid, alleged also criminal activities by some government functionaries and appointees, including some serving commissioners and top government officials under the watch of Governor Oyetola. Adeleke said the appointees are stealing and converting state assets into private ownership, illegal awards of licenses, and incurring of superfluous loans and expenditure. According to the statement, we have it on a good authority that Osun State assets within the states, Kogi, Lagos, Abuja, and outside the country are being tampered with for private possession and acquisition. Adeleke stated that he has detailed report that several properties are currently being processed for ownership transfer. The police in Osun have launched a manhunt for a housewife, Ifeoluwa Bamidele, who allegedly set her husband Bolu ablaze in Osogbo on Sunday. The police spokesperson in Osun State, Yemisi Opalola, made it known in a statement in Osogbo. She said a case of attempted murder was reported to the police at about 11:30 p.m. on Sunday. At about 11:30 p.m., one Bolu was allegedly set ablaze by his wife. The victim was rushed to the Osogbo Central Hospital, where he was referred to the University College Hospital, Ibadan, UCH, for better treatment, she said. She said the police will ensure the woman is arrested. Newsmen report that Mrs. Bamidele allegedly committed the act after finding out her husband cheated on her and had a child outside wedlock. She was also reported to have left a message on her WhatsApp status indicating that her action was premeditated. The message reads, "I've always been a calm girl and I have never done this in my life. But Tibam, her husband, has pushed me to the edge. At this point, you will weep over myself and him before they break. I'm promising you all that." From that story, still on insecurity, no fewer than 5 mobile policemen and 3 civilians have been shot dead by suspected bandits at Getikawa Community, Kankara local government area of Katsina State. The mobile policemen were said to be on a special duty from Kano. It's illegal to use Naira to buy dollars for election campaigns. Sources said the incident occurred at about 5:35 p.m. on Wednesday when over 300 gunmen stormed the community and started shooting sporadically to scare the residents. One of the sources said the gunmen, who wielded automatic weapons and rode on motorcycles, went from house to house, carting away anything of value, including money and food items. He said several residents were also injured, especially those who attempted to escape. He said residents are being apprehensive following the attack and that some persons are relocated to the neighboring communities for fear of another attack. This is the second time in a month when police officers will be killed by bandits. On July 5th, 2022, gunmen killed a senior police officer in charge of the Tsima Council area, Assistant Commissioner of Police Aminu Umar, alongside one other police officer and several civilians. And finally, sports story. Super Falcons head coach Randy Waldrum insists his side can cope with the absence of some players in Friday's clash against the Copper Queens of Zambia. CompleteSport.com reports. The 9-time champions will look to ensure and secure third position at the 2022 Africa Women's Cup of Nations when they take on the Zambians at the Stade Mohammed v Casablanca. Waldrum side will be without the 3 of Onome Ebi, Alimat Aide, and Rashidat Ajibade for the game. Ebi suffered a hamstring injury in the semi-final defeat to Morocco on Monday and is expected to spend around 6 weeks on the sidelines. The duo of Alimat Aide and Rasheedat Ajibade will miss the game through suspension. We have 2 players suspended as a result of red cards in the last game, and we also have some players down with injury, Wardroom told a press conference. That concludes the national news from BGI TV. But before we go, some major headlines we brought up for you. FG mulls nationwide ban on motorcycles and mining activities across the Federation. Asoro Kabas influencing Buhari's decision, ex-minister. And finally, on sports story. The Plated Super Falcons ready for Zambia clash during the 12th place match to come up 9 p.m. Nigerian time this evening in Casablanca, Morocco. Thank you for watching. More updates on our YouTube channel, the Arnold East Bagbagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all for you to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page to access all of our broadcasts as well. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22 for advert placement of goods and services, coverage of event and function, both outdoor. Please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placements only. Thank you for watching once again, and Juma Mubarak to all Muslim faithful from BGI TV. I am Morire Rabila Lawa. Good afternoon.